Greetings, allies and warriors. ShadowNights here. Today we are covering the best ways not to feed enemies points in GEE and KvK cross-server battles. Let's get started. Players lose a lot of points making silly battle choices. The first step is to understand the differences in cross-server battle reports. Let's take a look at some battle reports. Thanks to Royal for submitting this one. When you first glimpse at this report, it is absolutely amazing. We have a little under 5,000 losses versus their almost 500,000 losses. Huge difference in losses. If you open each individual report, it tells a little different story. So let's open up the first one. And we're going to scroll down to the cross-border elimination points. What you need to do is add up all the points in the left column and subtract the points in the right column, which were given to the enemy. In this first report, we have a net positive of almost 30,000 points, which is great. Now let's look at the next one. The second report has us at a loss of about 115,000 points. Not good, especially considering the first report, we only gained 29,000 points. So if you're looking at this entire battle report, not including the Golden Guardian, this report has 8 different battles. And if you add up all of the cross-border elimination points, Royal still had a net positive of 260,000 points. Good, we're still at a net positive, but you can kind of make that net positive even greater by focusing on sending lineups that counter enemy troops that you see out in the field. And that will definitely achieve a better, higher net positive. Now let's look at a different report. Here, I sent my pikemen to battle a cavalry troop. So basically I'm sending the counter to what I see out on the battlefield. Yes, I am stronger, but sending a counter makes my pike 30% stronger. Scrolling down to the cross-border points, you can see we're in the millions on the left column, and I ended up with a net positive of 4.5 million. So to reiterate, send your lineups that counter the enemy lineups that you see out in the field. And that's a great way to achieve a better net positive in terms of the cross-border elimination points. Next tip, farm only with tier 1 troops. Here we have a report submitted by Either Soul. He was farming with tier 1 troops and was attacked by 3 different enemy troops. We open up this first battle report, and even though he suffered more losses than the enemy, looking at the cross-border elimination points, still little points, but he scored more than the enemy. And that's what you always want to look for when looking at these battle reports in GEE and KvK. Along with farming with tier 1 troops, make it harder to find your farming troops by farming further away from your citadel. I use all T1 cavalry as they move faster than any other troop type. Then pick resource points a minute or more away, making it harder to find them when enemies hover around your citadel. So scanning out a little bit, kind of seeing the enemy. Enemies will be panning, trying to look. Oh, they see my enemy. They see my citadel. They'll zoom in, and they might do a little scanny poo here, trying to find where my farms are. And they won't find them, but really, I'm a little bit further away, and I can see it because I know where it is. I'm all the way out here. And if you make it harder for them to find you, they won't want to put in the extra effort to come and attack you. So as you're sending out these farming lineups, pick kind of a variety of different places all around a minute or more away from your citadel. Because if an enemy ends up porting in, even close to where my first farming lineup is right here, they'd have to walk pretty far if I end up spreading my farming lineup around. And that makes them vulnerable for power players on your server to come in and kind of attack them attacking you. So that wraps up this video on how to stop feeding the enemy points during these types of events. Hope these tips have been helpful. Until next time, thanks for tuning in and see you out on the battlefield. Shadow out.